Things I really like about having a YouTube channel is I can make it grow in any direction that I want.
That's what she said.
And while the majority of this channel is about extreme collectibles, I like doing some other stuff from time to time. And I know some of you are thinking, shut up, Mr. X, just show me the statue. But today, we're not gonna do that. Today, I'm gonna sing for you guys.
Come on. Shoulda had them apple bottom.
Hey guys, Mr. X here on the Extreme channel. No, today I'm not gonna sing to you. Actually, I suck at singing. I'm horrible at it. I have to be really drunk at a karaoke bar in New York to do it. But today, we have another countdown. That's right, you guys are really digging these top 10 countdowns, and this is not collecting related at all, this is YouTube related. And while I'm gonna continue to bring you all that same collecting content, I wanna add more stuff like this in, because frankly, it's really fun for me to do, and hopefully some of you enjoy it. And just so you know, I have about 30 ideas for top 10 countdowns, and honestly, a lot of them came from you guys. This one today, however, did not. And I don't know if you're gonna like this or not, but it's kind of a personal, reflective aspect of me having a YouTube channel. Whether you've ever toyed with the idea of having a YouTube channel, whether you've tried to have a YouTube channel, maybe you have a small one right now, maybe you have a large one, I think you're really gonna relate to some of this stuff today. And even for those of you that don't have YouTube channels, I think you'll find some of this entertaining, if not comical. But before we get started, we're still doing some big giveaways related to extreme collectibles. First, just comment on this video sometime. Anytime you enter a comment, you get entered into a monthly drawing. The more videos you comment on, the more likely you are to win. Second giveaway is right here. On our road to 20,000 subs, we are giving out this Mortal Kombat statue at 12,500 subs. All you have to do is make sure you've liked this video, you've subscribed to the channel, and you've hit that bell notification, and stay tuned for that giveaway. So as you hopefully saw in the title and thumbnail, today's top 10 countdown is about the top 10 things I love and hate about being a YouTuber. The reason I'm doing this, I'm about 7 months in of doing daily content for you guys. So obviously YouTube is a big part of my life. And I think some of the things on this list you will really relate to, whether you have a YouTube channel or not, and some may surprise you. So I have 5 different things that I love about YouTubing, and I have 5 things I hate about YouTubing. So we're gonna go ahead with love first. Love all, Karen. Let's start with number 5. Now, number 5 is one I did not expect. So I've been in commission sales before, I've been in competitions, and just like everybody else, I enjoy winning. However, whenever I did win, I didn't like to be recognized. So for example, if I was a commission sales rep in an awards banquet, I do not like getting up on stage and them saying, "Bravo, well done, Mr. X." However, I like them throwing up a presentation with my name at the top and everybody in the room recognizing that. So number 5 of the things I love about being a YouTuber really surprised me, but it is pretty cool. I like getting recognized. You'd be shocked on how often it actually happens. It's not always for me being on the FBI's top 10 most wanted poster or being too close to a school or daycare. But people actually recognize me and say Mr. X. Not only in where I live, but obviously when I travel for pop culture or collecting related stuff. It's kind of cool. It's almost a little bit of a celebrity status. Last year at New York Comic Con, some people took pictures with me. That is neat. It does make me feel good.
That's what she said.
Number 4 is one of my favorite ones, and I need to clarify a little bit because I don't want to encourage more of this. But number 4 is something like this, right here. Why won't you sell this? You're stupid. So this is what I call a stupid hater comment. While all hater comments are stupid, this one is particularly stupid. I love when cowardly keyboard warriors make comments showing how stupid they are.
Oh, and by the way, Y-O-U-R-E means you are. Y-O-U-R means you're.
For example, I had another one recently that said, "Why don't you ever say the price of the statue when you review it? Are you ashamed? You're pathetic." I say the price of the statue on every single video, smart guy. When someone tries to insult you and they end up insulting themselves, and that's not exclusive to just YouTube, I love it every day. Number 3 is I love the growth. I've talked about this before. The growth is kind of addicting. It's kind of like money. You never have enough. You always want more. Right now we're around 11,000 subscribers. I hoped I would hit this in the first 3 years. And here we are looking at 20,000 subscribers sometime this year. Seeing how fast the channel grows is awesome. And I've talked about this to some of the exclusive member people before. We actually have a membership option where people get behind the scenes stuff, vlogs, tours, stuff like that, I don't air on the regular channel. And I've talked to them that while subs is incredibly important and it's an indicator, it's more about views. Even today, my very good friend Jem messaged me that there was a channel with over 100,000 subscribers and they went live and they only had 30 viewers. Where with 11,000 subscribers, we get a couple hundred viewers sometimes. So while it's not just about the subs, it's about the views. There's actually an entire vlog I've done about that for the members. I love to see the growth of the subs. I used to remember when I would hope that a video would get 100 to 200 views. Now if it doesn't get 2,000 views in a few hours, I'm kind of disappointed. So I really love that aspect, and it's kind of a competition with myself to continue growing. Number 2 kind of ties into that. It's the interaction with you guys. Whether it's through comments or live chats or other social forums, it is so cool. I actually get to know where a lot of you live, what a lot of you do for a living, what a lot of your collections are like, which I think that is awesome. And ironically, I think I use that word right, people often ask me, in your expert opinion, I don't think I'm an expert in extreme collectibles, especially when I learn a ton of new stuff from you guys all the time. So I love that interaction. It's a weird virtual community that we live in, especially with what's happened in the world lately. But I really feel like I know a lot of you, and some of you I've actually met in real life, whether that's here locally where I live or traveling across the world. Which brings us to the number 1 thing I love about YouTube. And I think I would encourage you guys to watch my first video I ever did and then my last video I ever did. It's about the creativity aspect. And not just regarding how creative we can get on the videos regarding ideas. On a side note, sometimes I have an idea right after it airs. For example, when I did that custom Nightcrawler review, I did a small special effect where he transported off the table. I should have had him appear right behind me. So not only special effects, but different things I can do with lighting and setups, but also just content and the way to deliver it. I love that creativity aspect of it. It's kind of an outlet for me, and again, it's a challenge. How can I get better and better? And then I see some YouTube channels out there that just blow me away in creativity. I would love to get to their level. And it's not just I would love to have that great of lighting or that great of sound, but just the way they deliver it, some cool out-of-the-box ideas and concepts. So now let's jump into the top 5 things I hate about YouTube, and this is your chance to comment. Some of you should know my number 1 already, so go ahead and comment that below, but we'll start with number 5. Number 5 cracks me up because it doesn't happen in real life, it only happens on social media. Of the things I hate about being a YouTuber, number 5 is when people in the comments tell me what I'm thinking. You say this, but what you're really thinking is this. And generally, the thing that I'm thinking, because they can read my mind, is malicious and self-fulfilling. I've never met so many people that are mind readers and question my character. But then again, I don't interact with 10,000 people on a daily basis, so I'm sure it's just the law of averages. But that just really bothers me. Who are you to tell me what I'm thinking? I have no idea what you're thinking other than, God, that guy is sexy. Yeah. It's kind of obvious, but. Number 4 thing I hate about YouTube, and I think you can see this in some of my videos. Sometimes regardless of what type of video I'm doing, you can see the enjoyment factor, because the number 4 thing is the grind. I hate the grind sometimes. Daily content is stressful, especially when you start falling behind. It's like, well, crap. I finally have a few days where I have some free time. Well, I gotta knock out 6 or 7 videos. And sometimes you can see when I'm excited to do a video regardless of the content, and sometimes I'm just doing it to get it done.
That's what she said.
Because believe it or not, this is not my full-time job. Believe it or not, I do not live with my parents. And believe it or not, I did not win the lottery or was inherited a lot of money. I have a full-time career, I have full-time activities, I have a full-time family, and I have full-time YouTube. So sometimes it gets tiresome. And all of us, just kind of a good lesson of life, have important stuff to do. But sometimes you have to decide what is more important. It doesn't mean things you push out of your life are not important. There are just things that are more important. Number 3 is a real big frustration of mine, and that's mastering the technical aspects of YouTube. And I don't mean about finding that niche where your video will be shared more. It's more about the technical aspects here in the studio. The camera resolution, the lighting, the sound. And I have tried so many different things, and every time I think I improve, people, including myself, are not a fan of the way it turns out. People tell me I need to spend a lot more money on equipment. Well, I think I have the right equipment, I just don't think I'm using it correctly. Because there is no how-to manual on making this work. One of my most common comments is, dude, you need to afford higher end equipment. I have a lot of money invested in this equipment. I just don't know how to use it properly. Yes, I can read a manual that has 200 pages on it, but that does not help. So that's very frustrating to me. I hate it. I want to deliver the best crisp picture. I want to have the perfect lighting. I want to have the perfect audio. I just don't know how to do it. I'm not George Lucas. I don't have background in TV or video. So that's very frustrating to me. And I just want to let you guys know I am trying. If you have specific ideas instead of buy better equipment, let me know. Now the last two things I hate have to do with people. So maybe Mr. X just hates people. I do. But of the things I hate about YouTubing, number 2 kind of has 2 parts to it. The first part is when I give my opinion on something, people telling me that I'm wrong because their opinion is different. Opinion means it's my viewpoint. It's okay if you have a different one. It doesn't mean you're wrong. It doesn't mean I'm wrong. But it happens quite often. For example, if I dislike or like a certain collectible, people tell me that I am wrong. And the second thing that ties into that is when I get so many comments of how I should do my collecting. Now, I don't mean on, hey, on your reviews you should change this or do more close-ups. I mean whether it's on how I display things or what I choose to purchase. With respect, I love sharing this stuff with you guys, but I do it for me, not for you. If you don't like the way this looks, I don't care. I am not going to change this so you enjoy it more and I enjoy it less. So now we're down to the number 1 thing I hate about YouTubing. And some of you hopefully have commented this already. I spend a lot of time with YouTube. If you factor in videotaping, editing, responding to comments, it probably on average is 25 to 45 hours per week. And again, I want to emphasize I enjoy doing this most of the time. And during these videos, I try to give you as much information as possible. I try to give you as much accurate information as possible. Sometimes I'm wrong because I didn't properly do research. Sometimes, since I don't plan what I'm going to say, I blurt out the wrong thing and I don't even catch it in editing. Sometimes I forget to say it in the review or I just didn't know it. However, my number 1 peeve on YouTube is when people message me or comment below questions that I clearly answered in the video. For example, this statue retailed at $9.99. It also cost me about $60 in shipping. Comment below, how much does it cost? And I'm gonna get on a little soapbox here. If you don't have time to watch the free video content that I put out there, I don't have time to respond to your question because I've already answered it by putting in 25 to 45 hours this week. And I know some of you are thinking, my God, Mr. X, you are high maintenance. Well, to that I respond, minimum 10 times a week this happens. At an absolute minimum, 10 times a week, someone asks me a question in a video that I have clearly already answered. Or here's another one. Example, after I launched a video, I get messages. What do you think of the statue? Well, I don't know. There's a 20-minute video on YouTube where I break it down in incredible detail telling you my opinion. Yeah, but what do you really think? I don't know. There's a 20-minute video on YouTube breaking it down telling you my detailed opinion. Oh, well, I don't have time to watch it. And you think I'm being sarcastic with that last comment? I get that comment as well. So all I want to say is if you want to know some of the answers, I've already answered it. All you have to do is watch the video. It's easy. Now, I want to clarify. If you've watched the video and I did not answer that question, please ask. I would love to answer it, whether it's on a comment or a message. Please don't ask questions without watching the video, because most likely the question is answered in the video. All right, so there you have it. The top 10 things I love and hate about being on YouTube. So one of the things I left out, because sometimes I love it, sometimes I hate it, is also a little inappropriate. So if you have younger people, this is the time to turn off the video. But I get a ton of dick pics, and sometimes I love it, sometimes I hate it. So I wanted to leave that off the countdown.
Oh, this is uncomfortable.
But as usual, I think the end of the video is the favorite time for me because I'm gonna ask you guys a question, and I might be opening a can of worms here. But let me know in the comments what you love about the Extreme channel, and let me know what you hate about the Extreme channel. And please don't write that you hate SF5FTW because, my God, he will fly off the handle, unless you really do. So let me proactively respond to the people that may jump out and say, you know what I hate about the Extreme channel? I hate Mr. X. Mr. X says, that's okay, we can balance that out because Jesus loves you, and I do too. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Let me know what you thought of this. I just spit all over the place. Most of my top 10 countdowns are collecting related, but I have a few ideas like this, and I also have a few ideas like this that aren't countdowns, but they're other stuff. But you can check out the other countdowns I've done right here, or subscribe to the channel in the Mr. X logo. And it's probably on the other side, but you'll get over it. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.